Greetings and welcome back to the Arabian Mystery Valley. The relative of our animal presented today is considered a pet of many, because this is the sand cat. Our domestic cat's kinship with the sand cat, based on nuclear and mitochondrial DNA tests, can be seen in the following images. DNA tests shows that the domestic cat was domesticated 10–12,000 years ago from the African wildcat, formerly considered a subspecies of the European wildcat as Felis sylvestris libica, but recently recognized as a separate species. This information is not reflected in the phylogenetic map just shown. Interestingly, according to scientists, all cat species originate from Asia. The sand cat, also known as the Margarita cat, inhabits stony and sandy deserts and lives in places with rare water sources. It prefers flat or hilly terrain with sparse vegetation or small bushes, avoids bare and shifting sand dunes where prey is scarce. Its range extends from Uzbekistan to the westernmost part of North Africa to Morocco, but it is not found in a continuous area but scattered. According to the map shown, it has proven populations in Western Asia, in Uzbekistan, Iran, Kuwait, Iraq, Syria, on the Arabian Peninsula, which also belongs to Western Asia, in Saudi Arabia, Oman and the United Arab Emirates, and in the west of North Africa in Chad, Niger, Mali, Algeria, Mauritania and Morocco. Presumably it can be found in larger areas as well, but at the same time it has disappeared from the areas marked in yellow. Its scientific name is Felis Margarita, which it received in 1858 from its first describer, who was a French soldier and naturalist Victor Leuch. Leuch described the species in French-controlled Algeria during an expedition to the Sahara and named it after the leader of the expedition, French General Jean-Auguste Marguerite. In the past, in addition to the nominal subspecies, 5 other subspecies were recognized. The first one was described as a separate species by the Russian scientist and zoologist Sergei Ivanovich Ognev in 1926 under the name of Eremailurus thinobius, based on a specimen found in the eastern part of Karakum or Garagum Desert of Turkmenistan. The Englishman Reginald Innes Pocock initially recognized this as a separate species in 1938, but later transferred it to the genus Felis under the name Felis thinobius, and later it was transferred to the subspecies of the sand cat. The second, the Meinerzageni subspecies, was also described by Pocock in 1938 based on an Algerian skin. The third, under the name Aierensis, was described also by Pocock in 1938 based on a female captured in 1937, which was captured in the Ayer Mountains in Niger. The fourth was described by the German zoologist Helmut Hemmer under the name Schäfeli in 1974, based on 7 cats captured in the Nushki Desert in Pakistan. The subspecies Harrisoni was described by Hammer, Colin Groves and Peter Grubb in 1976, based on a skin and skull captured in 1967 in the Rab el Hali Desert in Oman. These subspecies were redistributed in 1974 and 2005, and most recently in 2017 a group of experts recognized only 2 subspecies. That is, they included all the African subspecies under the nominal subspecies Felis margarita described by Leuch, while all the Asiatic subspecies, including those of the Arabian Peninsula, were grouped under the Thinobius described by Ognev, under the name Felis Margarita thinobia. The legs of the sand cat are short, and the tail is relatively long, between 23 and 31 centimeters. Its height at the withers is between 24 and 36 centimeters, its weight is between 1.5 and 3.4 kilograms, and its length can be between 39 and 52 centimeters. Its ears are located on the side of the head, making the head to appear wide and flat, so they are not visible when the cat is stalking its prey from behind a rock. Its fur is sandy, the fur on its neck, belly and the lower part of its head is lighter, and the reddish line runs from the outer corner of its eyes to the lower part of the ear. There are dark stripes on its legs, 2 or 3 dark rings on its tail, and its tip is black. But all of these can vary from individual to individual or even be missing. Some have neither spots nor stripes, some have both. It has white rings around its large greenish-yellow eyes, its nose is black, its whiskers are white and can be up to 8 centimeters long. The tip of its ears are also black, and because of its large ears, its hearing is much better than that of the domestic cat. Its large ears can also play a role in thermoregulation, and it can even hear movement under the sand. In Central Asia, the hairs on its fur can reach up to 51 millimeters. Its claws are short and sharp on the front legs and blunt on the back. Long hairs grow from its toes, which create a tuft of fur on the soles of its feet to protect it from the heat of the sand, making its tracks difficult to identify. It is a solitary animal. It only meets representatives of the opposite sex during the reproductive period, and after a few weeks it waves goodbye to them as well. Except, of course, females are not solitary when they are raising offspring. It emits sharp, short, rasping sounds while courting. Its vocalizations are very similar to domestic cat vocalizations, but it also communicates using urine marking, as well as other scent marks and scratch marks. Like a domestic cat, it scrapes its feces into the sand. Lying close to the ground, it moves quickly, occasionally punctuating its progress with jumps. It is capable of sudden changes of direction and running at 30-40 km per hour. In summer, because of the heat, it prefers to hunt at night, but in winter, because of the coldness of the night, it prefers to get its food during the day. When not hunting, it usually rests in burrows 1.5 meters deep, which usually have one entrance, but it has been observed in burrows with multiple entrances also. It depends on which animal burrow it spends the night in, as it prefers to settle in burrows dug by other animals if it can. That could even be a foxhole. A burrow can be used by several scent cats, but never at the same time. In 2018, several scent cats were observed resting in the nests of brown-necked ravens in the branches of umbrella acacias in the Moroccan Sahara. According to observations, their hunting area can vary between 13 and 35 square kilometers. The food of the scent cat is very varied, and its composition depends on the habitat. Its diet consists of lizards, rodents and small birds that it surprises in its sleep, and includes venomous snakes. There are places where it eats more lizards, there are places where it eats more rodents. According to observations, its main prey in the sand flats of the Central Sahara and Tehere are young Cape hare, greater hoopoe lark, desert monitor, sandfish, and cerastes vipers, such as the desert horned viper, which also came with the arid animal pack, and it's mildly lethal to humans. It was also observed that if it managed to catch more than it could eat, it buried the rest for later consumption. As hot as the sand in the Sahara can be, maybe it only wanted to cook it. It gets its water needs from its prey, but when it gets to water, it is drinking it. According to the observations of the Saharan Tubu people, it sneaks into their camp at night and drinks fresh camel milk. Previous observations of the already extinct population from Israel noted that sandcats fed on Egyptian spiny-tailed lizards, girds, which are rodents belonging to the genus Meriones, Cairo spiny mice and desert larks. In Iran, Blandford's jerboa and Balochistan gerbil were its main food, while in the Karakum desert of Turkmenistan it fed on a mixture of tolai hair, rodents, birds and reptiles, but also invertebrates. The estrus of females lasts 5-6 days, during which time they often call the males and leave a scent mark everywhere. The gestation period is between 59 and 66 days, after which usually 2 to 3, but even 5, 36 to 80 gram kittens are born. Their fur is pale yellow or reddish and spotted, and they are still blind at birth. On average, they reach 3/4 of their adult size in 5 months, and by the age of 1 year, they are independent and reach sexual maturity shortly after. In some areas, they breed even twice a year. For example, in 2007, 228 little sand kittens were born in zoos around the world, but only 61% of them reached the age of 1 month, because the rest were not cared for by their mothers. If they survive this period, they can live up to 14 years in captivity, but their lifespan in the wild is unknown, although they guess a maximum of 8 years. The destruction of habitats due to human activity affects the animal world even in the desert, thus posing a threat to the sandcat, but at the same time in certain places its hunting and the hunting and poisoning of other predators also decimate its populations. It is also threatened by the fencing of protected areas. For example, in Saudi Arabia, several individuals have already been found entangled in fences. In Uzbekistan, areas of quicksand are growing as local people uproot the shrubs for firewood and silkworm farming. In the Sahara, it is hunted either to protect poultry or by traps set for other predators, but in several places it is killed by dogs. It is believed that caracals and wolves also hunt it. In addition to these, they are also captured in certain places for the pet trade, but in such cases they do not live long in captivity. They can also catch many diseases from domestic cats, which can also be dangerous for them. It is listed in Appendix 2 of CITES. Its hunting is prohibited in Algeria, Iran, Israel, Kazakhstan, Mauritania, Niger, Pakistan and Tunisia, but not protected in Egypt, Mali, Morocco, Oman, Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. Previously, the IUCN classified it as a near-threatened species, but in 2016 its population was estimated to more, so it was moved to the least concerned category. The sandcat is the only cat species that lives exclusively in deserts. Its fur is so thick that the teeth of venomous snakes cannot penetrate it. Its only weak point is its nose. According to the Islamic religion, the sandcat was the companion of the Prophet Muhammad and his daughter during their wanderings in the desert, so hunting was forbidden in the past, but these prohibitions have now largely disappeared. It can survive for weeks without water, as it gets its water needs mainly from its food. If you like the habitat created here, you can download it from the Steam Workshop. I also recommend the other animal presentation videos, and if you are interested in animal presentations in Hungarian with English subtitles, look for my other lists. I usually make polls on YouTube, so you can vote for the next animal to be presented, so be sure to check them out and vote next time. I have also categorized all animals from Planet Zoo by scientific orders and families. If you'd like to check them out, either go to www.planetzoo.hu or check my posts on YouTube or the descriptions of my videos. If you would like to add anything, just write a comment and let me know. I'm sure there are lots of other informations about these lovely animals. Have a kitty day!